Hey guys, I almost forgot about the series. Luckily, my friend Jaren told me about it.
Do you mean cousin?
Oh yeah, my cousin told me about it. And yeah, thanks man that I will continue this series. And let's just continue the game anyway. Alright, this is getting a little boring. Alright, time lapse until the end. Okay, never mind, maybe no time lapse until the end because that would be boring.
Snipers. Guess who's back with a rap debut? It's your boy Boom Kitty with a GDQ. It's your 6 new 4 with a waist down low. Back on top and the top since 2.2. No matter where you am and I go in the car, I'm always on my grind and winning my stars. I'm in a GD, chances are was a wheel at first bringing the bass and now bringing the bars. Hold on, jumper. Oh my god. Dang it. Dang it. Dang it. Dang it. Dang it. Alright, you're not talking by the way.
Yeah,
You should give the audience more speak.
yeah, good suggestion, or I don't know. Yeah, I'll just talk when I want to if I have an idea or something.
Alright. You know you're making a video.
Yeah.
think, oh my god, electrodynamics, holy shit. At the speed of light. Ow! Fujiwara. C'est coup plein.
Come on, come on. No. Come on, I almost got a new best. Come on, I can do this. I believe in myself. Come on. Wait. Maybe 3 more minutes. Sorry, my bad. I'm trying to say. Nice. You're welcome. What's that? Why did I not jump at that part?
Oh, hold on. Pause the game. Do me a favor.
Sure.
Thank you.
No, so it's a rock. That just
Fell out of nowhere? It went there out of nowhere?
yeah. Let's wait. Anyways, I'm back.
Like so, and that should feel quite tight, right? Yeah. There's a lot of fakes in 9 circles though, so we want to make sure there's some fakes, and I'm going to put some invisible spikes along here, like that. Yeah. They'll never know. They'll never know. Okay, so I've got the outlines for everything up until this auto part, because I want to do something different for that, and obviously the ship part will be different. So now we got to demonstrate this. So what I'm thinking is, since this is just like a 9 circles level, right? We got to use these connector objects. Actually, no, I think use these ones. Either way, we got to use the connector objects. All right, so let's go color 1 here, and I want this to be a little bit desaturated and a little bit darker to kind of match the tone of the background. Yeah, I think that's good. And then the object color, I'll just go with like a slightly gray type color. Yeah, okay. And then I can do like these things in here. Does it actually not see what's that separation? Yeah, it does. What did I just do? Both what did I just do and what did I just say? Because I don't know the answer to it though. Yeah, okay, so something like that I think is cool. Okay, and I want these to be on color 2, which will be a completely different color here. Like that. So it feels very muted, and I'm gonna do a couple things to make that a little bit more interesting, primarily with pulses, but anyway. Okay, and now the 3D. Oh yeah. And these, honestly, I feel like black 3D line objects would look quite cool. Alright, and from here, most of the design stuff was fairly simple. I used these for the 3D on the objects, and I wanted to make sure that the perspective was right with the 3D. Other than that, it was basically just copying that design to all of the other structures. Fairly simple. Well, except for these slow bits. So for these, I just used these blocks here, and took out a couple squares and put in these little bits in there, just because, I don't know, I thought it had a variation better. I also couldn't work out how to do 3D on the slopes properly, so I just went ahead and did a couple little bits on the top. Okay, so now that we have the block design in place, I think the next step might be, I'll do some quick jump or deco, just with these basic little things like that. I think that could work, and then I can go ahead and add one of these to each of the portals. Okay, and then one last thing I want to do is add a little bit of deco to these blades, basically just with these things here. Alright, so let's take a look at this in normal mode so far. Yeah, I think that looks kind of neat. The jump or deco, you can't even see it behind the pulse portal, so I might get rid of those. I don't really like these sword blade objects, to be honest. I might just do like classic these things. I think they look a lot better. Alright, and from here I decided I'd try and add some deco to try and connect the block structures together. Originally I tried doing that with these two things, but it kind of looked a bit goofy. So I ended up just going going with these basic transparent blocks, and I actually added some slopes on the edges as well to try and like make it just feel a little bit funky, you know? I don't know. I think it gives a cool vibe to it. I like it. And then the
I don't know
final
what to do.
detail for this part was to add some pulses, and from there the part was just about done. I think I call that part just about done. I might leave it at that. There's not really too much else I want to add. Alright, so now I'm going to skip this to the part now, and I'm going to work on the shift part. This first part, by the way, took me around about an hour to decorate, and how many objects? 904. Yeah. Alright, on to the next part then. This should be a lot simpler. And you know what? A lot simpler it was. It was basically just starting off with replacing all the outlines as usual. Alright, and let's do the inverted slopes test. Aha! That could be really game-breaking if it just slide along that. Oh my god. Then I just filled in these outlines with these blocks here, same as in the regular nine circles. And also taking inspiration from nine circles, I just replaced this sort of blade design because why not? Okay, now there's this whole saw blade here, and just kind of start placing some saws around the place, and just kind of fill out this area as much as possible. Right? Okay, so the next step, which I'm going to go to layer 2 to do this, is to add some ground spikes and cores. There's a little bit more complete now, right? I think this should be fairly simple. I'm just going to do a slight background type of detail. Maybe using some of these going up like so. Do 3 wide pillars, I think, and then have these blocks here to kind of fill the gaps, right? What I might do is do some form of like a wave thing, like so. That kind of a pattern, right? How does that look? Yeah, I think that looks alright. Especially close upwards. Oh, do I do that? Yeah, you know what? Let's do that. I know that's like taking up hospital like right out of it. That was really mean, I'm sorry, but and so the way I made it pulse up with like not having many objects is I made these inside bits move up by 2 blocks instantly, then do that again, and then move down by 4 blocks instantly, just so it kind of moves around, but it looks like it's constantly pulsing up. And it's not super smooth, so it gives it a little bit more of like a retro feel in a way. After that, I just added a couple more details, and here is the end result of the part.
And I died. That's why I was sleeping.
I am done this game.
Okay, so first of all, for this block,
You're funny.
what I did
Should I sneeze? I said S-I-N. No, S-N-I-T-C-H. Should I?
No.
Hey, goo.
Right, so I could go ahead and like memory view part. I could put 3D lines on this. Yeah, let's put 3D lines on.
Raven is gay. He is so stupid. Robot's gay.
I kind of like your jokes now.
Nothing too uniform, just kind of going around the place. This is just a transition part. Just to fill in a little bit of space. Yeah. Okay, that looks a hell of a
19
nice.
minutes in.
Okay, so I'm thinking
Should probably end this at 20.
that being using these types of connector blocks here.
And I won't be able to upload this. And I can, but it'll take a long time.
Maybe literally just like bricks. Maybe the inside could be brick and the outside could be something else. Maybe like these ones. And then the inside of this could just be bricks. I feel like that works. And then what I could do even is do the classic technique of shifting these in by one, just so it like gives it a little bit more depth, maybe even in by 2. Alright, now that I have the basic design for the structures I was going for, it was time to just copy paste these for all the structures. Yeah, but the nature of the structures meant that you couldn't really do them for 1 and 2
I just hit the jackpot.
So I decided to make a separate design for that, which you can see here. Nothing fancy, just nice and simple, and that meant I could add a couple more single blocks with spikes on them around the place.
Raven is so gay.
Varying things up a little bit with the structure.
Shut the fuck up.
And I also
Shut the fuck up.
Wait, signs now. Alright, guys, bye. I'll see you all in the next episode of this series.
It ties it all together. It's a constant. That's what
Bye.
it ties all the
Yeah.
parts in the